Pink Floyd, Run Like Hell. A lot of cool stuff in this song. Alright, so it's just a few different sections here. I'll go ahead and play through each section for you, and then afterwards I'll go back through and give you some details, okay, walk you through it a little more. Do me a favor, hit that subscription button, be helping me out, helping out the channel. Appreciate it. Alright, so let's dive right into this and get it down. We just have these kind of dead strums with a like a slide out thing going on. You want to get into a drop D tuning. Okay, so just take that E, drop it down all the way to D. Alright. And you want to get some like heavy delay going on this too for pretty much all the guitar parts. Okay, so you get that type of delay going. Get some reverb on there, all the goodies. And I'll leave you a link in the description for all the effects I'm using here, so you can click on that, check that out. Alright, so like I said, for starters here, we're just going to do some dead strums. So just kind of like any arbitrary point, just kind of lay your fingers on there and just give it some of these. Alright, whatever you like, whatever feels good. And then just drop in one of these slide outs from the top D here from like the 12 and just kind of slide that out. That type of thing, okay? Alright, and then we get this second guitar coming in, and it's doing this palm muted open middle D string here, and you kind of want to do like a gallop style pick, like a 1 2 3 1 2 3. So or something like this. Okay, so we're just doing that 1 2 3, pausing, and like I said, you want that delay on this pretty much all over these guitar parts. All right, and we're just kind of jamming on through this for a bit. Okay, a little palm muting on there, and then you can mix in little bits like this, where we're going to pull off of the 3 of that middle D, come up to the 3 of the A. Okay. We're just dropping those in there. Okay, just that type of vibe, alright? right, then we get this kind of, I guess, the main riff. It's the first guitar coming in here, and it's just kind of playing these higher voiced chords, all right, and it's just gradually kind of working its way down. All right, so we're going to come all the way up here, and we're going to want to be hitting that middle D string open pretty much with all these chords. All right, and it's going to do like the bottom half of a D bar chord here. Okay, so we'll do that 11 G and 10s on the B and E. All right, and you want to strum this. You just kind of hit it once, couple closer together, hold a moment, and then hit it again. So it's like a 1, 1, 2, 3. All right, while hitting that open D. And okay, so after that, we just finish that by coming over here and hitting this high voice of a chord. Okay, so it'd be 9 on the E, 10 B, 9 G. Still hitting that open middle D. Alright, we would just let that ring. Okay, so that type of style. And that'll be like the similar strumming style for the bulk of this here. Okay, so the next position, after we do our 9s with the 10 for that A, we just take that same shape, move it down 2 frets, so that now we're 7E, 7G, and 8 on the B. Okay, still hitting the open middle D. And strum this how we did the D in the first part. Okay, so that 1, 1, 2, 1. Alright, and from there, we hit the bottom end of this kind of middle D voicing. Alright, where we're 7s on the G and B with a 5 on the E. Alright. From there, we do a bottom half of an A bar chord. So 5s on the B and E, 6 on the G, open middle D. Strum that the same way. And there we land just 2 frets down with that same shape for that bottom half of a G bar chord. 4 G, 3s on the B and E, open middle D. Alright, and then here the strumming shifts a little bit. We're going to cap it all off now by hitting the bottom part of this A chord, like an open A chord. So just, do the 2s on the G and the B with the open E, open middle D. And with this, you kind of want to do a 1, 2, 1. Alright, and then just land it on a D chord, an open D chord. Alright, 2 on the E, 3 B, 2 G, open D. Alright, so like I said, it's just kind of working its way down in these different positions for different voicings, and then we just land there. Alright, kind of a fun little exercise in chord changing there. Alright, so now let's just do it up to tempo. Alright, the chorus comes in. Basically, they're just saying run, run, okay. And this is a key shift here. That second guitar that's doing that type of deal, it shifts the position here. It's going to come up and basically do that same style, but we're just going to be in a new spot. Okay, so we're going to be here at the 3 of the D. I'm bouncing between that and the 1 of the D. All right, and just keeping that same similar vibe, that just in a new spot. So it'd be something like this. Okay, just bouncing around, mixing in a couple of double picks for each spot wherever you like it. All right. So, and then after that, we're going to move that all the way up to D string still, but we can do it here at the 7 to the 5. All right. And then we finish that off by just kind of getting back to our open D, but we're mixing in a lot more of those, 3s on the A with the 3 to open on the D, so something. All right. Alright, so just mix in a lot more of those. Alright, so just get this up to tempo for you. Alright, and as far as the first guitar for the chorus, we're just hitting these big chords here, and this is kind of where like the drop D comes in. The first chord, it's going to be a real funky sounding chord, but just not a crazy shape or anything. We're just going to, it's a F major 7, sharp 11, no third, that's a technical name. But we're going to just bar the 3s on the top D, A, and the middle D, do a 5 on the G, and just hit the open B and E under it. So it's a real kind of dissonant sounding chord, but it mixes in really well. Okay. And then from there, we just take that same shape, move it all the way up to the 7th fret. So we got 7s on the DAD and a 9 on the G with the open B and E. This is just an A suspended too. Alright, and then finish with a big open D here. Okay, getting into the verse, we have that second guitar still kind of doing that same muted double picking style here. Okay, but again, we're just going to change the spot. Okay, this is another key shift. So the verse gets into like an E minor and some F and C and all that stuff, but basically we're just going to take what we've been doing and just go between 2nd fret and open on the D. Okay. Shift it to 3 and 1 on the D. Okay, back to the 2 to open. Alright, now we get a new spot because we jump to a C chord. Okay, this is going to be between 3 and 1 on the A. Alright, and then finish it by doing 2 open on the A once we hit that B chord. Okay, and then from there we just get back into our normal open D. Okay, so just do this up to speed for you. Chord changes for the verse. Like I said, this is a key shift. It's going to come up to an E minor. All right, and with the drop D, basically we're just going to hit 2nd fret on the top D, A, and middle D, and then open G, B, E. All right, and now we just take what we did there, move it up a fret, still keeping an open G, B, and E. Okay, so we're all 3rd frets here. And this is like a F major 7 suspended 2nd with the sharp 11. You know, funky name, but just, you know, moving it up a fret. That's all you really need to worry about. Okay, nice dissonance there. And then back to the E minor. Alright, and from here we do, you know, mostly a C chord, but we're just keeping it open G, B, and E still, so this becomes a C major 7. So 3rd fret on the A, 2nd on the D, open G, B, and E. Okay, move to a B suspended with the flat 6. This is just basically power chord here at the 2nd of the A, 4 on the D, keeping the open G, B, and E. Alright, and then finish on that E minor. Alright, now we can do the synth solo here. And I like to throw on a vibrato effect with this. And like I said, all the effects you can check out in the description down there. It kind of simulates that weird wobbling synth tone that you get here. Put a little bit of distortion on it too, that's cool. And initially, this is going to have a kind of a long swell in. And this will be at the 7 on the G. So we get this kind of vibe with it. Okay, and you just kind of want to swell that in. Alright, and then from here, we can do 7 to 10 hammer on the E, and then go to 9 on the G. Okay, from there we go 7E, hold that a moment, 8E, hold that a moment. Okay, come all the way up here now, and we go 13E, 13B, back to 13E. Okay, come off to 12E, hold it a moment, to 12B. Okay, now we do 12, 12, 12 on the EBE. Alright, from there we're going to come up high now. We go 15 on the E, hold it a moment, 13 on the B, hold that a moment. Alright, from there we go 14E, and then bring that all the way up to 19E. Okay, and then finish on 17 of the high E, and just let that ring out. Alright, so pretty simple, just kind of more about tone on this, getting that effect too. And you know, if you want to try a different effect on this, whatever, it's up to you. I just think it sounds cool with this one. So let's just do this up to tempo now. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.